Hi, this is Lady Lexi K, and this is a Dreams tutorial. I've had a request in the comments from Max Brower. He wants to detect the edge of a cliff so that his puppet won't fall off. And now, I would say the very, very easiest way of stopping a character or NPC from falling off cliffs is to put an invisible barrier around the edge of your cliff. That's the simplest thing. But if you don't want to do that because you think it might take up too much of your graphics thermo, gameplay thermo, or whatever, you could try an edge detection mechanic. Now, I've built one here. This is available. I'll put the link in the description. So here is my puppet, and he can walk around normally. And if I try to walk off the edge, a message comes up, edge detective, and if I try to move forward with the stick, he won't move. I can move backwards and he'll turn around, and then I can walk around again. Let's go over there and see if we can detect this edge. Yeah, and he immediately stops and I can't go forwards. The edge has been detected. I can only go backwards, and then we're back again with this. So that's an edge detection script. Now, when I built this, I discovered it does not work with a running mannequin. I don't think the detection is fast enough to stop him from running off the cliff. So it'll only work with a walking mannequin. So the first thing you need to do is to turn off the run speed and make sure that the walk speed isn't too fast. It's trial and error really with the speed to see how fast you can get him before it's too fast. But you'll have to experiment with that. So you might be able to get a run in, but the 2 to 6, which is the walk to run that is the default on the puppet, was definitely too fast, and he just fell off the cliff. It was detecting it, but it was too late. He was already gone. So it's only going to work with a walking mannequin, so be aware of that. Right, so I've put in some logic. I've put them into this chip here, called it edge detection, and all the code that you need is in here. All the little gadgets are in here. So first thing first, we need a laser scope. This is a laser scope gadget, and I've put it on his groin. And I'm pointing it down like so. This is the farthest it will detect, and this is the arrow for what it will detect. So anything lower than this, and it's not going to detect the floor. So what we're looking for is, are we hitting the floor? And if we're not, then we must be on an edge. And if that's the case, then we want to do some different things. First of all, we've got our detective gadget here, and we'll say, have we hit something? If we haven't hit something, then there must be no floor beneath our feet, in which case I've put a bit of text up there that says edge detected. You don't need to have that. You can delete that, but that's the output for not detecting the floor. Then I want to stop him from walking forward and falling off. So what I've got here is I've put a node in. Now over here on the controller sensor, I've got the left stick. Now that would normally go straight into the walk. This is Health Manager's in the way here. This it would normally go straight into the walk. But I don't want it to do that. So instead, that left stick is now going into this gate instead. So this is a node, and this is only going to be active. This is going to act as a gate. So this is only going to be active when the floor detects a floor. So we're going to wire that into the power of that node. So what will happen is, this left stick here, the normal left stick that is normally wired up into the puppet interface, that's only going to work if the floor is detected. And so then we got the wire out from here, and that goes straight into the walk. So we just put a little node in between from here to here. Right, so that's stopping that. Now we want to detect whether you're trying to move forward while there's no floor. So here I've got a detect left stick splitter. So I've put a splitter in, and that's splitting the local left stick. It's quite important that you use the local and not that one. This is the one we want, local. So we then put it into a splitter, and we're detecting whether or not you're moving up and down with the stick. Left and right we're not worried about. Up and down is what we want. Then we put it into another splitter, and we only want backward movement. So strangely, the positive is not forward, it's negative. So negative, we don't want it to do anything. We only want the backwards movement, so the pushing down on the stick. This is down on the stick, which is the plus. And we're going to wire that into the puppet interface. And if we open up the puppet interface, we've got go backwards. So we're wiring into the go backwards section here. So what happens here then is if we do not detect the floor, there's a wire that goes into the power to this splitter. This splitter then detects whether you're trying to push forward on the stick, and if you are, then nothing will happen. But if you move back on the stick, then you'll move backwards through the puppet interface. If the floor is detected, this is not turned on. Instead, the normal forward movement, the normal left stick is then activated. And that's it. That's all you need to do. But like I said, it doesn't work with fast movement because it doesn't have time to do all the detection and do all of this. So you can't do it with a running mannequin, but that works really well with a walking one. I hope that is useful for somebody, and you can expand on that and do some interesting things. It might work really well with NPCs. Instead of the left stick movement, you would have the movement of the NPC. It's a little bit more complicated, but that's how you do it with a controlled, possessed character. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in your dreams.